today is that at the end of the session, the student should be able to, number one, learn the principles behind ultimate strength design for pre-stress members. Basically, it's the same principle as reinforced concrete design. Uh, I'm not going to go into detail on the background behind ultimate strength design because all of you are done with RCD, di ba? All of you already finished reinforced concrete design, so you already have an idea on ultimate strength design. Aside from that, we are going to calculate the capacity of pre-stress members. For this one, what we are going to refer is we are going to refer to NSCP 2015. No? Again, we are going to refer to NSCP 2015 for calculation of pre-stress members for this discussion specifically. So you will there are there are different formulas when it comes to different codes, but of course we are going to refer to the local code. There's also a small difference when it comes to DGCS, the the DPWH guidelines, but it's actually very small, na? Very small difference. So, but the concept is actually the same. Parehas lang din naman. The concept is the same. Okay? And number three, we're also going to calculate the ultimate moment capacity for partially pre-stressed members. When we say partially pre-stressed members, it means that uh, it's actually a combination of rebars plus tendons. So we are going to combine rebars and tendons. Ang tawag po doon partially pre-stressed members. So we are also going to calculate the ultimate moment capacity for partially pre-stressed members. Again, just a brief background. When we are designing pre-stress members, we don't just design in the ultimate strength. Dine-design din natin ang serviceability, and that is the first topic that we talk about. Diniscuss natin how to calculate the stresses of our members. And then once you calculate the stress, we compare it with the limit, na? We compare it with the limit of DGCS in order to ensure na yung concrete mo hindi magka-crack. And basically, okay po yung performance niya. So, just a recall, again, what we are designing into a different limit states. Na? The principle that we are using in designing is what we call limit state design. When we talk about limit state, I already discussed this in advanced concrete. Pag sinabi nating limit state, we are designing in all types of failure. So nagde-design tayo in all types of failure. So in this case, we already know how to design with serviceability. Serviceability under po dyan yung when we are designing for serviceability, under dyan yung stress calculation, stress as well as stress calculation and deflection. Deflection. However, when it comes to deflection, I won't be able to cover it in this course kasi medyo mahaba-haba rin 'yon, and basically how you calculate the deflection is already covered in theory of structures, na? But when it comes to pre-stress, again, you calculate the deflection in order to calculate the cambering. Kasi tayo po yung nagbibigay nung gaano ba kalaki yung dapat na curve nung ating pre-stress member. Ang tawag po dyan, or yung upward deflection. Yung upward deflection, ang tawag natin dyan camber. So, gaano ba kalaki yung camber na kailangan para ma-counteract natin yung deflection due to dead load? Again, the camber is actually the deflection, the upward deflection due to pre-stressing in order to counteract the deflection due to dead load. Para ma-counteract natin yung deflection due to dead load. Kina-calculate din po natin yan, no? That is under serviceability requirement. Another limit state is actually the strength limit state For the strength limit state, of course, dyan po pumapasok yung ating flexure saka yung shear. Flexure and shear. Of course, when we calculate for flexure, we are going to consider the ultimate strength design principle or collapse principle. Again, when we talk about flexure and shear, we are going to consider the collapse stage. So, again, when we are talking about flexure, we are going to consider collapse stage or basically the principle of ultimate strength design. For collapse stage, again, that stress condition is considering an impending collapse. Malapit nang masira in order to consider the full stress of our material. That is to consider the full stress or the full strength of material. And in order to ensure that our design is actually safe, we are introducing load factors. So in this case, when we are considering ultimate strength design, we should consider load factors. So magko-consider na tayo ng load factors. It's not 1.2, 1.6 for bridge. For bridge, it will be 1.25. For bridge, it will be 1.25, 1.25 of DW plus 1.5 of DC. Sorry, 1.5, 1.25 of DC plus 1.5 of DW plus 1.75 of live load. Okay? So 1.25, 1.5, 1.75 when it comes to bridge. But the principle is the same that again the required strength or the applied load or what we call the demand should be less than the capacity. The capacity is VSN, no? Or basically your capacity. When we calculate for the capacity, we also apply the reduction factor. Reduction factor accounts for any uncertainties in the calculation of the capacity. So when we say uncertainties, that is the strength of concrete, the strength of steel, the strength of tendons. Okay? So PMN. Now PMN. The demand should always be less than the capacity. The demand should always be less than the capacity. Okay. So when we consider the ultimate strength design in pre-stress beams, it's actually very similar to the principle of ultimate strength design in reinforced concrete beam. Parehas lang din 'yan, no? So, we will have a stress block. Meron tayong stress block A. Stress block A with a maximum stress of 0.85 FC prime. 0.85 FC prime comes from the average of the strength, average of the stress of the ultimate strength of the full nonlinear stress of the concrete, no? So kapag kinuha natin yung nonlinear stress ng concrete, ano kasi yan, naka-curve, no? Naka-curve siya like this. So instead na consider natin yung curve, what we did is we consider a average stress block. So yung average stress block niya, yan po yung 0.85 FC prime. 0.85 FC prime. So if we get the force caused by the stress or the volume of the stress block, yan po yung tension which is equal to 0.85 FC prime AB. Okay? 0.85 FC prime AB. And then so basically to have the compression block, it's just 0.85 FC prime times the area of the stress block. Ang area ng stress block kapag rectangular is A times B. A times B. On the other hand, yung ating pre-stress naman, yung ating tendons, the 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 tension force caused by the tendons will be equal to APS, FPS. So, hindi na siya ASFY. Hindi na siya ASFY. It's actually APS, FPS. APS is the area of the pre-stress strands, and FPS will be equal to the stress, no? The stress of the pre-stress strands. So yung FPS meron yang uh, meron yang provision sa mga codes kung on how to calculate the FPS. Meron siyang provision. It differs from different codes. So, uh, okay. So, it differs from different codes but the principle is still the same. No? So, nagkakaiba lang ng formula yung nakapublish sa different codes pero parehas pa rin naman yung principle. Okay? So, that's FPS to calculate the stress. Later on, I will show you on how to calculate it. This is the formula that we have in NSCP 2015. So, or basically, that is the stress in the pre-stress reinforcement. That is the stress in pre-stress strands. So, the distance between the two forces, the compression and tension, that will be, the compression is acting at the center of the compression block. So, that the distance will give us as D minus A over 2. D minus A over 2. Again, it's almost the same uh, as what you learn in reinforced concrete design. No? Parehas lang. Okay. So to calculate for the nominal moment capacity, the nominal moment capacity will be compression, either of the forces, compression or tension, and multiply by the lever arm. The lever arm between them is D minus A over 2. D minus A over 2. So in this case, you could use compression or tension. Compression will be 0.85 FC prime, AB, D minus A over 2. Or pwede rin pong APS, FPS, D minus A over 2. So you could use any of the two. You could question, sir, kailangan pa ba nating i-check kung mag-yield yung bakal? Hindi na po, no? So because we are using FPS, hindi mo na kailangan i-check. Okay, you don't have to check. Because meron tayong formula para dito sa FPS. Okay? Meron tayong formula para sa FPS. Okay, so when it comes to ultimate strength design, we also have to consider the depth of the neutral axis. The neutral axis is actually the division of the compression and tension zone. Again, neutral axis is the division of the compression and tension zone. So, ang depth po ng neutral axis natin, that is actually the depth C. Depth C. And the relationship between the stress block A and the depth C is actually this equation. So, A is equal to beta 1C, where beta 1 is actually beta 1 is given in NSCP, which is if your FC prime is between 17 and 28 megapascal, beta 1 is 0.85. Or if your FC prime is between 28 and 55, then your FC prime is, or your beta 1 is equal to 0.85 minus 0.05 over 7, FC prime minus 28. On the other hand, if your FC prime is greater than 55 megapascal, then your beta 1 is 0.65. Okay? So that's the relationship between the depth of the neutral axis and the depth of the stress block. Ang stress block natin, yun yung depth A. Stress block is the depth A. The depth of the neutral axis, that's depth C. So magkaiba po yan, no? So now how do we calculate FPS? So according to according to our NSCP 2015 code, stress in bonded pre-stress reinforcement at nominal flexural strength. So meron tayong dalawang types ng pre-stressing or pre-stressing method, no? We have bonded and unbonded. Bonded and unbonded. Pag sinabi nating bonded, this is where you put grout inside, no? Kapag naglalagay ka ng, pag sinabi nating bonded, there is grout to hold the reinforcement. Kaya sinabi nating bonded kasi nakabond siya sa concrete. So naglalagay tayo ng grout. So dun sa pinaglalagyan ng tendons, naglalagay ka ng grout dun sa loob. You put grout inside. So ang tawag dun bonded tendons. So stress in bonded pre-stress reinforcement. So bonded muna tayo. We are going to talk about bonded. So kapag bonded reinforcement, to calculate for FPS, this is only applicable if yung FPS natin is greater than 0.5 of FPU. FPS is greater than 0.5 of FPU. So paano natin makakalculate yung FPS? Paano para masigurado natin that is greater than FPU? So para ma-check po yan yung FPS natin, FPS is equal to P effective divided by APS, or basically the post-tension force, no? Or the pre-tension force. The pre-stress force. The pre-stress force divided by the area of tendons. Area of tendons. Pre-stress force over area of tendons. Yung pre-stress force natin, we should consider the losses. So that's actually equal to P effective 1 minus percent loss. Or P initial pala. P initial over 1 minus pre-stress loss over APS, area ng tendons. Okay? So, para makuha mo yung FPS na gagamitin mo pang check dito, para masigurado mo that FPS is greater than 0.5 of FPU. If okay na sigurado mo na pwede mong gamitin yung formula, then FPS substitute 1 FPU 1 minus gamma P. So, isa-isahin natin, no? Yung FPU, that is the ultimate strength of tendons. Usually, meron tayong grade 270 saka grade 250 saka grade 270. So, dalawa lang naman 'yon. Grade 250 saka grade 270. So, kapag nakalimutan niyo po, kuha lang kayo ng calculator, tapos i-multiply niyo lang sa 6.9. So, 250 times 6.9. So, that is 1725. So, uh, yung grade 250 natin, andito ba yan? Grade 250 is actually around 1750. Tapos yung grade 270 naman, ito po yung FPU is equal to 1860. 1860 megapascal. Grade 250, this is around, ilan na ngayon na-calculate natin? Around 1725. Okay? So, basically, FPU depends on the strength of, ultimate strength of the tendons. 1 minus gamma P, yung gamma P naman, gamma P is in accordance with table 420.3.2.3.1. So, gamma P is actually this one. So, ang gamma P natin, dependent on the ratio of FPY over FPU. Okay? It's actually dependent on the ratio of FPY over FPU. Kapag, if the ratio of FPY over FPU is 0.8, so this type of tendons, ang tawag po natin dito deformed bars. Ang tawag natin dito deformed bars. If the ratio of FPY over FPU is 0.85, then yung gamma P na gagamitin natin 0.4, that is what we call stress relief. Kapag naman po 0.28 or the ratio of FPY over FPU, ang tawag natin dito is low relaxation. Low relaxation. So you have deformed bars, stress relief tendons, and low relaxation tendons. So, depende po kung anong gagamitin nyo sa design. Okay? So, this ratio also help us to determine the yield strength of tendons. So, magkakaiba kasi sila ng yield strength. So, for example, for a stress relief, for a or sige, sabihin natin for a stress relief grade 270 tendons, for stress relief grade 270 tendons, para makuha natin yung FPY, alam natin yung FPU is equal to 1860 megapascal. So para makuha natin yung FPY, gamitin mo lang yung ratio ng FPY over FPU. So FPY over FPU is equal to 0.85 for stress relief. So para makuha mo yung FPY is equal to 0.85 ng FPU, which is 1860. So ilan po yung FPY ni grade 270? That is the yield strength. Iba kasi yung yield strength sa ultimate strength. So 1581 megapascal. So we have 1581 saka 1860. So magkaiba yung FPY saka 1 FPU. Okay? So that is for FPY, that is for stress relief, no? Kapag deformed bars, ang gagamitin mo naman 0.8. Kapag low relaxation, 0.9. That's how you calculate for the yield strength of tendons. Okay. So, alam na natin paano kuhanin yung gamma P. On the other hand, paano naman kunin yung beta 1? Beta 1 depends on the strength of concrete. Ito po yung beta 1 na ginagamit natin sa A is equal to beta 1, no? A is equal to beta 1C. So, yung beta 1 dito, parehas lang din dyan. Yan lang din yung beta 1 na gagamitin natin. Beta 1 is actually this, beta 1 is equal to this value, 0.85, 0.7, 0.65. Okay? And then, ROPI, ito naman, ano naman tong ROPI? ROPI is the pre-stress ratio. Pre-stress ratio. So, paano makuha yung pre-stress ratio, yung ROPI? ROPI is just equal to APS over BD. APS over the area of concrete, no? Area of concrete. B times the effective depth D. APS over BD, that's ROPI. Pre-stress ratio. Parang reinforcement ratio lang. FPU, that is the ultimate strength, okay na tayo dyan. FC prime, okay din naman tayo dyan. Plus D over D prime, magkaiba po yung D saka D prime. This is applicable, this part right here, applicable kapag meron na tayong additional reinforcement. Meron tayong additional reinforcement na rebar. So yung D natin, that's the effective depth of rebar. Effective depth of rebar. Yung DPS naman, that's the effective depth of tendons. Effective depth of tendons. So D over DPS, that's the effective depth of rebar over the effective depth of tendons. Fy is the strength of rebar. FC prime is the strength of concrete. Rho minus rho prime, yung rho natin is the steel ratio at tension. Again, yung rho is the AS over BD. Ibig sabihin, tension reinforcement po ito, no? So, tension reinforcement. Kapag ka naman po rho prime, that is AS prime over BD. Yung AS prime, that is the compression reinforcement. Compression reinforcement. Or basically, yan yung area ng bakal sa taas under compression. Okay? Also, let's read through. If compression reinforcement is considered for the calculation of FPS, equation A and B shall be satisfied. Dapat daw makonsider natin yung equation A and B. Equation A, if D prime exceeds 0.15 of dP, the compression reinforcement shall be neglected. Ibig sabihin, pag yung position daw pa, yung position ng D prime exceeds 0.15, 0.15 of dP, or dP is the effective depth for tendons, hindi na siya dapat i-consider. Okay? Next, if compression reinforcement is included, the term, this term right here, shall not be taken as less than 0.17. It should not be less than 0.17 if may compression reinforcement. Again, we should consider this if compression reinforcement is considered. Ito pong A and B. Okay? Consider natin yan kapag may compression reinforcement. Another one, for unbonded pre-stress reinforcement at nominal flexural strength. This one naman, unbonded naman tayo. But before we go to unbonded, punta muna tayo dun sa, mag-example muna tayo ng bonded tendons. Bonded muna tayo. Also, to calculate for the phi factor, it will be the same as how we calculate the phi factor for reinforced concrete. We have compression controlled, tension controlled, and transition. For the transition, in this case, our strain, hindi na po siya EY kasi EY is the yield strain of steel. Ang gagamitin natin dito, 0.002. Gagamitin natin dito 0.002 kapag transition. Transition, that is between 0.002 and 0.005. Okay? So kapag 0.65, 0.002. Kapag 0.9, 0.005. That is the transition zone. Sige. Aside from that, we also have to calculate for the minimum flexural reinforcement for beams with bonded pre-stress reinforcement. So, dun muna tayo sa bonded, no? For bonded pre-stress reinforcement, dapat daw yung quantity ng AS mo and FPS shall be developed a factored load at least 1.2 times the cracking load, no? So, dapat daw yung MC natin, yung capacity natin ng moment should be greater than 1.2 MCR. Yan po yung minimum capacity niya. That's the minimum capacity of a bonded pre-stress beam. So dapat yung capacity natin na makakalculate, dapat yung VMN should be greater than 1.2 ng cracking load, MCR. So alam natin mag-calculate ng MCR, that is for using the requirements of serviceability. Yung P over A, MC over I. Okay? Sige, let's have this example. For this one, this is for bonded tendons. So bonded muna tayo, bonded. So bonded tendons, we have an FC prime 34.5 megapascal. Usually yung mga pre-stress beams po natin, matataas yung FC prime niyan, hindi lang 28 na. So we have FC prime 34.5, FPU 1860. So ibig sabihin this is grade 270. Grade 270. EPS is 197,000 megapascal. That is the modulus of elasticity of pre-stress. Hindi siya 200,000. It's 197,000. we have to consider 15% losses and bonded tendons. The initial pre-stressing is 780 kilonewton. Span length is 10 meter. Okay, consider low relaxation strands. So gagamit tayo ng low relaxation strands with the width of 300 millimeter, total height of 600, and the effective depth is 550. Effective depth is 550. So to calculate the capacity, una, step number one, we should check if yung FPS natin is greater than FPU para magamit natin yung formula. Okay? So i-check if FPS is greater than or equal to FPU. So yung FPS natin, FPS is equal to P initial 1 minus percent loss over APS. Okay? Over APS. So to calculate for the percent loss or the APS pala muna, APS, gagamit tayo ng 6 1/2 strands. So balik tayo dun sa first lecture natin. If you can still remember, i-flash ko na lang. Babalikan natin yung area. So this is the area of reinforcement, no? So yung grade 250 sa grade 270, dalawa lang naman yan. Dahil grade 270 tayo, grade 270 yung ginagamit natin, 1/2, our area is 0.153. No? 0.15. Kunin muna natin yung APS. APS will be 6 daw po na 0.153 times 25.4 para maging millimeter and then times squared. So ilan po yung APS natin? That is 592.26. 6 na 0.153, 25.4 squared. So 592.26. So solving for FPS, that is P initial, that is 780 times 10 raised to 3 to make it Newton. 1 minus percent loss, ang loss natin 15, so 0.15 divided by APS, which is 592.26. Ilan to? 1119.4408 megapascal. So this is greater than 0.5 of FPU kasi ang 0.5 of FPU natin, 0.5 of 1860. Ilan to? 900? 930. Tama ba? 930. So 930 megapascal. So dahil yung FPS natin greater than 930, so we can use this formula. Question, sir, paano kapag less than? Paano kapag less than? Anong gagamitin? We have to use strain compatibility. Yun yung mas mahabang for calculation. Strain compatibility equation yung kailangan yung gamitin. Okay? Kapag hindi siya greater than. Strain compatibility. Okay, so yung FPS natin, dahil okay po ito, magagamit na natin yan. So gamitin natin yung formula. So wala tayong compression reinforcement, so wala tayong raw prime. So this will be cancel. Hindi natin mo-consider to because uh, wala tayong additional rebar. Wala tayong rebar, puro tendons lang. So using the formula, balik tayo, FPS will now be equal to FPU, that is 1860, multiply mo sa 1 minus gamma P. Low relaxation daw yung gagamitin natin, low relaxation. So in low relaxation natin, that is, ano yung gamma P niya? Balik tayo. Low relaxation, gamma P is 0.28. 0.28. Yan yung gamma P ng low relaxation. So 0.28. 1 minus 0.28 over beta 1. Ano yung beta 1? Di ba ang beta 1 that is equal to 0.85? Beta 1 is equal to 0.85 minus 0.05 over 7 FC prime minus 28. So yung beta 1 natin, that is 0.85 minus 0.05 over 7. FC prime is 34.5 minus 28. Ilan to? 0.8036. Okay, so 0.8036 multiply by ROPI. Ano yung ROPI? ROPI, ROPI is equal to APS over BD. Tama? APS over BD. So, i-substitute ko na lang, no? Directly. So, APS, that is APS over BD. So, dito ko na lang siya isulat. APS over BD. APS 592.26 over BD, which is 300 by 550 times FPU 1860, 1860 1860 over FC prime, that is 34.5. That's it. Yan na po yung FPS natin. Ilan yung FPS? 1734.5869. 1734.5869 megapascal. So once you determine FPS, the rest will be actually very similar with reinforced concrete design. Very similar with RCD na po tayo. So we will have the compression block. Meron tayong compression block at the depth A. Tapos meron kang compression. Tapos meron ka pong tension dito. Yung tension mo, that is APS, FPS. Compression is 0.85 FC prime, AB. So, para makuha natin yung A, equate natin yung compression is equal to tension. So, compression is equal to tension. Compression natin is 0.85 FC prime, AB is equal to APS, FPS. 0.85 of FC prime, that is 34.5. We are solving for A. Ang B natin, 300. APS is 592.26. FPS is what we solved. FPS 1734.5869. You can solve for A. What is A? 116.77 millimeter. Once you solve for A, we can now solve for C. Yung C natin will be A over beta 1, which is equal to 116.77 divided by beta 1, which is 0.8036. Ilan yung C? 145.3146. So actually, ito po yung depth ng neutral axis. This is the depth of neutral axis. That is the depth of the neutral axis. Now to calculate for the capacity Mn, again, pwede pong compression or tension D minus A over 2. So I'm just going to use tension. So APS, FPS, D minus A over 2. So Mn will be equal to APS, that is 592.26 times 1734.5869 times D minus A over 2. So that's 550 minus A over 2, 116.77 over 2. What's Mn? Ilan daw? 505.05 kilonewton meter. So that's the nominal strength. And then to check for the ultimate strength, we have to calculate for the phi factor, na? We have to calculate for the phi factor. So to calculate for the phi factor, again, kailangan natin yung strain. So kaya meron tayong C, no? So yung strain diagram natin, so if this is 0.003, kailangan natin i-calculate yung strain ng pre-stress, EP. So to calculate for the strain ng pre-stress, magre-ratio and proportion lang tayo. So that is D minus C. So that is 0.003 over C is equal to EP over D minus C. Solving for EP, that is 0.003 D minus C over C. Okay, D minus C over C. So, to solve for the pre-stress strain, EPS na lang, EPS, that is equal to 0.003. Effective depth natin is 550 minus C, which is minus C, 145.3146 over 145.3146. Ilan po yung EPS? 0.00835. This is greater than 0.005, so that means this is uh, tension control. So kung tension controlled, what's the phi factor? 0.0.9. So to calculate for MU, okay, MU will be equal to phi MN. So MU natin, that is 0.9 times the nominal moment capacity, 505.05. So what is MU? 454.545 kilonewton meter. 454.5. Next, once okay na tayo sa capacity, we check for the minimum requirements. Ang minimum requirements natin, dapat po yung MN natin is greater than 1.2 ng MCR. So, meron tayong capacity. Ang capacity natin, 454. Dapat i-calculate natin yung 1.2 of MCR. So, again, minimum requirements, according kay code, dapat daw yung MU should be greater than 1.2 ng MCR. So, kunin natin yung MCR. So, to calculate for MCR, ang MCR natin is equal to cracking moment po ito, cracking moment. So, para makuha natin yung cracking moment, to calculate for the cracking moment, to calculate MCR, ang gagawin natin, yung stress, yung stress sa ilalim, stress at the bottom, i-equate natin dun sa limit, no? So, ang limit natin is 0.62 square root of FC prime. So, to, that is the limit para mag-crack po yung ating reinforced concrete. So, ang gagawin natin yung F bottom stress, yung F bottom, equate mo lang sa limit, F limit. Ang limit natin is equal to 0.62 square root ng FC prime. 0.62 square root ng FC prime. So, equate natin to, 0. Or F bottom. Kunin muna natin yung F bottom. So, meron akong uniform load. Kunin natin yung sa ito po. So, that's the uniform load. Ilan na nga ito? This is 10 meter. Meron ako ditong P effective. Okay? So, para makuha natin yung F bottom will be equal to negative P over A. Again, ang kinukuha natin, F bottom, no? At the middle, F bottom. Negative P over A, negative yun kasi compression. Tapos at the middle, ano po yung, plus or minus kapag bottom? Positive, negative? Okay. That will be compression. So, negative din. Negative PE times YT o PEC over IG. PEC over IG. Tapos, plus MCR. Ito po yung moment na magkakos ng cracking. Plus MCR, MC over IG. O, yan po. You just solve for MCR. Given na yung F bottom mo, equal yan sa 0.62 square root ng FC prime. So, sige, try natin i-calculate. So, F bottom natin is 0.62. Square root ng FC prime natin is 34.5 is equal to negative P over A. So, P over A, that is, meron tayong pre-stress force, 780. So, 780 times 10 raised to 3 May loss tayo 1 minus 0.15. That is the pre-stress loss. Pre-stress loss natin 1 minus 0.15. Over area. Area ng concrete is 300 by 600. Take note, hindi na effective depth 600 na yung gagamitin natin. 300 by 600 minus PE, that is minus 780 times 10 raised to 3. 1 minus 0.15 times E. Ang eccentricity natin is, what is the eccentricity? Kung ang centroid niya nasa gitna kasi rectangle lang naman, ano po yung eccentricity natin? Eccentricity will be 550 minus 300. Tama? Which will be 250. Nakuha po ba? Nakuha ba eccentricity? 'Di ba kalahati ng 600, this is 300. So that's 550 minus 300. Ang eccentricity is 250. Nakuha po ba kung ano yung eccentricity coming from the center? Okay. So again, yung eccentricity natin is equal to D over 2 or H over 2 H over 2 minus ano na lang, D minus H over 2. D minus H over 2. So basically, that's 550 minus 600 over 2. So ang eccentricity natin, 250. So multiply by eccentricity, 250, times C, 300. C natin, 300 over IG. Ang base is 300 times 600 cube over 12 plus MCR times 10 raised to 6 to make it kilonewton meter. And then C, ang C natin coming from the center. Nakuha ba kung ano yung C? Ang C natin, kung ito po yung centroid, nasa 300 mm. So ang C is coming from the centroid going to the tension zone. So that is 300 mm. Okay? Yan din yung C na ginagamit natin sa serviceability. So MC over I is 300 times 600 cube over 12. So what's MCR? Solve for MCR. 297 MCR is 297.6. So, i-check na natin yung minimum requirements if okay tayo. So, yung MU natin, MU is 454.545 greater than 1.2 ng 297.6. Ilan yung 1.2 ng 297? 357.12. 357.12. So, 454.545 is greater than 357. So, this is okay. Ibig sabihin, okay po yung design. It's acceptable given na na-reach niya yung minimum requirements. Sir, paano kapag hindi niya na-reach? Kailangan niyo pong i-design na greater than siya. So, minimum kasi na dapat yung ilagay mo daw is 1.2 ng cracking moment. Is that clear? Clear po tayo dito? Okay, punta naman tayo sa bonded. Punta tayo sa unbonded. Unbonded naman. Kapag unbonded, it's a different calculation for FPS. Yung FPS natin na ginawa kanina, that's only applicable para lang po yun sa bonded. Pag unbonded, to calculate for FPS, again, parehas pa rin po. Before you use this formula, bago natin gamitin yung formula, we have to check if FSE is greater than 0.5 FPU. Magkaiba sila ng variables, pero parehas lang 'yon. Yung FSE natin, FSE is just basically P initial 1 minus percent loss over APS. Yan lang po yung FSE. Okay? So, yan din yung FPS kanina. Yung ginamit natin sa bundle. So, we have to make sure na yung FSE is greater than 0.5 ng FPU pa din. If that's okay, we can use this following formula. So, dalawa lang po ito. We have to check ln over h. Ano yung ln? Ln is actually the clear span. Clear span over the height. O yung clear span ng beam over the height of the beam. Clear span over the height. So, ln over h. Kapag less than 35, then you should use this 3 formula. Kapag greater than 35, gagamit tayo dito sa tatlong formula. Again, ano na nga yung FSE? FSE is just equal to APS or ito yan, yung P initial. P initial 1 minus percent loss over APS. Over APS. So, FSE times plus 70 plus FC prime 100 over rho P. Alam naman natin yung rho P. Yung rho P is just equal to the pre-stress reinforcement ratio. FSE plus 420 or FPY. You have to calculate or you have to get whichever is the lowest between the three. Ano po yung pinakamababa? You calculate the lowest between the three. Okay? Calculate. Kapag greater than 35, ang nagbago lang yung 100 naging 300, yung 420 naging 210. Yeah, and FPY. Okay? So, and the rest will be the same. Ang nagbago lang yung pag-calculate ng FPS. The rest is actually the same. Sige, let's try to apply this. Another changes kapag ka unbonded tendons, yung cracking niya, yung minimum flexural reinforcement is equal to 0.004 ACT, no? So kung ito po yung ating reinforcement, ACT is the area of the cross section under the tension phase. So ito yung area ng cross section under tension. Ibig sabihin, under tension po ito. So basically, this will be depth over 2 times B. So yung area minimum daw niya is minimum 0.004 ng B times D over 2. Yan lang. So yan lang po yung minimum requirement niya. Hindi katulad sa bonded na kailangan mo i-calculate yung cracking moment. Okay. So let's try to apply this one for this one. For this one, consider naman tayo unbonded tendons. Unbonded tendons. So, again, before po tayo mag-calculate ng unbonded tendons, we have to check natin dapat yung FSE. This time, yung FSE tayo. No? FSE should be greater than or equal to 0.5 of FPU. Kailangan na-satisfy ito para magamit natin yung equations. Okay? Actually, na-calculate na natin yan kanina. Sige, ulitin lang din natin. No? To calculate for APS is equal to 6 na 0.153 times 25.4 squared. Ilan to? APS is? Ilan na nga to? APS kanina, 592.26. 592.26 millimeter squared. So, check natin if okay po ito. FSE, that is, again, yung FSE is just equal to initial pre-stressing, P initial, 1 minus percent loss over APS. So, yan lang din yung FSE. So, 780 times 10 raised to 3, 1 minus percent loss, 0.15 over APS, 592.26. FSE is equal to, ilan yung FSE natin? 1119.4408. 1119.4408 megapascal. So, yan yung FSE. It should be greater than 0.5 of FPU, 1860. So, This is greater than 930. So, okay. So, magagamit natin yung formulas. Okay? So, para magamit yung formula, hanapin muna natin yung ln over h. So, ano yung ln over h? ln over h is the span length, which is 10,000, divided by the height. Ang height natin is 600. Ilan to? 10,000 over 600? 16.67. This is less than 35. So, ito po yung mag-govern. Ito yung gagamitin natin. So, less than 35. So, we can now solve for FPS. FPS is equal to the minimum between the three condition. Una, FSE plus 70. Meron na tayong FSE 119. 1119 plus 1119.4408. Yan yung FSE plus 70. 70 plus FC prime, that is 34.5, divided by 100 times ROPI, that is 592.26, divided by BD, which is 300 times 550. Ilan to? 1285.56 megapascal. Next one, FSE plus 420, so that is 1119.4408 plus 420. Ilan? Ilan to? 1539.44. And then lastly, we have FPY. So para malaman natin yung FPY, balikan natin. This is low relaxation, no? So kapag low relaxation, balik tayo dun sa code. Kapag low relaxation, ang gamma P niya 0.28, pero ang ratio ng FPY sa FPU 0.9, no? Again, kapag low relaxation, FPY over FPU 0.9. So FPY over FPU is equal to 0.9 para sa low relaxation. Low relaxation. So yung para makuha natin yung FPY will be 0.9 ng 1860. Ilan yung FPY? 1674. So 1674. So sino mag-govern? 1285, 1539 saka 1674. Mag-govern si 1285. Kasi whichever is smaller, no? So yun yung mag-govern na FPS natin, yung 1285. 1285.56. And then after that, we calculate for the A, we calculate for C, all will be the same. Parehas lang dun sa kanina. Okay, solve na natin yung dep A. So meron tayo ulit compression, tapos meron tayong tension. Tension is APS, FPS. This is 0.85 FC prime, AB. So para ma-solve yung A, compression is equal to tension. Compression is 0.85 FC prime, AB is equal to APS, FPS. 0.85 FC prime natin is 34.5. A is, what is A? A is unknown, B is 300. APS will be 592.26. And then FPS, what we solved, 1285.56. What is A? 86.55. We can now solve for C. C is equal to A over beta 1. A 86.55 over beta 1. Ang beta 1 natin, na-solve natin to kanina. No? Yung, again, sulat ko lang din, that is 0.85 minus 0.05 over 7. FC prime, 34.5 minus 28. Beta 1 is 0.8036, tama ba? 8036, yeah. Zero point 8036. So, this is equal to 107.70. 107.70. So, once we calculate for A, we can now calculate for Mn. Mn is equal to compression or tension, D minus A over 2. So, tension na lang gamitin ko, APS, FPS, D minus A over 2. APS is 592.26 times FPS, 1285.56 times D minus A over 2. So that is 550 minus A over 2, 86.55 over 2. What is Mn? $385.813. And then calculating for the strain, para makalculate natin kung tension controlled or compression controlled, calculate mo muna yung strain. That is 0.003 D minus C. So that is 550 minus C, 107.70 over 107.70. Ilan yung strain? 0.01232. This is greater than 0.005. So this is tension control. So VMN is equal to, ang phi natin, 0.9 kasi nga tension control. So that is 0.9 ng 385.813. Ilan ta? 347.2317 or 232. Point 232. So that's the capacity. Yan yung po yung capacity natin. And then to check for the minimum requirements, ang minimum requirements niya is equal to, ang minimum requirements po natin is just equal to AS minimum is equal to 0.004 ng ACT. ACT. Ang ACT, that is the area of concrete on the tension side. So 0.004 area ng concrete on the tension side, that is equal to 300. 300 times kalahati ng depth, 600 over 2. Ilan po ito, Yasmin? 360 mm squared. So, yung APS natin, this APS is equal to, APS is 592.26. So, APS is greater than AS mean. So, ibig sabihin, this is okay. Okay, so okay po yung reinforcement natin. What you can notice, ano pong na-notice nyo? Bakit, kaya nga, kung based on the calculation, sinong mas mataas? Yung bonded or unbonded? Bonded or unbonded? Banded. That is correct. That is a very simple principle na kapag inisip mo, kapag nilagyan mo pala ng grout, kasi nakahawak po, kasi hinahawakan ng grout yung tendons, mas malakas yung capacity mo. Mas malakas yung capacity mo. So, mas malakas yung banded. So, usually, yan talaga yung ginagamit natin, yung banded tendons, no? So, for banded tendons, uh, it's also have a greater capacity than unbonded, no? Mas okay po yung banded. So, kasi kapag unbonded, 347 lang. Kapag bonded, we have 454. 454. Any question about this? Ito po, bonded tendon siya, so gamitan nyo na to. Tapos, ano pa ba? 0.6 inches, so ang area niya, ang area po ng, ang APS natin dito will be equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 na. Ang 0.6 inches, ang area po niya is 0.217. 0.217 times 25.4 squared. So, yan po yung APS mo. You don't have to check kung applicable po yung formula. Gamitin nyo na to agad. No need for checking kung applicable yung formula. Gamitin mo na to agad. Hindi nyo na kailangang i-check. Gamitin mo lang to agad. So, ilan tong APS natin? Ilan to? Ang gagamitin mo po dito, low relaxation. So, kung low relaxation, this is 839.998. Low relaxation, ano pong gamma natin? Low relaxation, that is 0.28. Again, when you are dealing with T-beams, kapag ka iba po yung iba yung shape, you have to check nasaan ba yung reinforcement. Ano ba yung width dun sa side ng reinforcement. Tapos yung width dun sa side ng reinforcement, yun yung gagamitin mo sa ROPI. Okay? So, again, kung ano yung width dun sa side ng reinforcement, yun yung gagamitin mo sa ROPI. Okay, sige, solve natin. No? Pakita natin. So, una, solve natin yung beta. Beta 1 is equal to 0.85 minus 0.05 over 7 FC prime, that is 41.4 minus 28. Ilan yung beta 1? 0.7543. And then to solve for wala na, okay na. Yan na yung lahat, no? Solve for FPS na lang. FPS will be equal to FPU 1860 multiply by 1 minus gamma P, that is 0.28 over beta 1, 0.7543. Quantity rho P, that is 839.9983 divided by BW 300 times 500 times FPU 1860 over FC prime, that is 41.4. What is FPS? 1686.2893. And then to solve for A, equate lang natin, compression is equal to tension. Assume muna natin that the compression is actually within the flange. Assume A is less than 150. So within the flange lang siya, no? Ito lang yung A natin. So we have the tension. Tension is equal to APS FPS. Compression is equal to 0.85 FC prime. AB. So compression is equal to tension, that's 0.85 FC prime AB is equal to APS FPS. 0.85 FC prime, that is 41.4. AB is 600. APS is 839.9983. FPS is 1686.2893. Ilan po? A? 67.087. So this is less than 150. So, okay. So, if that is less than 150, Mn will be equal to compression or tension, D minus A over 2. So, Mn will be tension, APS, FPS, D minus A over 2. So, that is 839.9983 times FPS, 1686.2893 times D minus A over 2, 500 minus 67.087 over 2. What's Mn? 6670. 660.726 kilonewton meter. Solve for ES. Para ma-solve yung ES, kailangan ko ng C. So that is A over beta 1, 67.087 over beta 1. Beta 1 is 0.7543. So what is C? Ilan to? C. C value. 88.94. Solving for ES. ES is equal to 0.003. D minus C, so that's 500 minus 88.94 over 88.94. Ilan to? ES or EPS, 0.01357. This is greater than 0.005, so tension control. So solving for the capacity, FMU, that is 0.9 times 660.726. Ilan po ito? Ito ba yung 551? Ito yung sagot, ay, 551? Bakit magkaiba? Sabi nyo kanina 551.89. Enlighten me, bakit magkaiba? Sabi nyo kanina 551. 300. 551 po pala pag di chinek sa 600. You mean yung ginamit nyo dito, 6300, tama ba? Yes? Hindi siya sumobra. Kung hindi sumobra yung stress block, so yung stress block mo, 600. Dahil hindi sumobra yung stress block, 600 pa rin yung area mo nung 600 pa rin to. 600 pa rin. Kasi nga, bibig sabihin, nandun siya sa 150 eh. Okay? So, hindi dapat 300 yon, dapat 600. Kuha po ba to? Is this clear? Buti pala sinagot ko. Akala ko tama niya na yung tama yung 55. Akala ko tama yung ano, 551. Anyway, 600 kasi yung tinutukoy nung B doon, stress block. Ang sinasabi ko naman na B dito, yung sa pag-calculate ng ROPI, dapat sa pag-calculate ng ROPI, ang gagamitin mo dito, what you are going to use is the width. Ito, use BW. Doon sa pag-calculate ng ROPI. Sa pag-calculate ng ROPI, BW. Pero of course, sa stress block, kung gaano kalaki yung stress block. So kung 600 yun, 600 yung gagamitin. Clear po ba to? Are we clear on this? Kung 600 yung sa stress block, 600 yung gagamitin. Huwag mong babawasan. You just follow the principle of mechanics. Lagi pong susunod sa principle ng mechanics. Huwag kang magbabawas, huwag kang magdadagdag. Okay?